folks, how you doing? Take two. Yeah, you probably heard the music and then didn't hear me. You know, live stuff. You can't beat it, man. I'm telling you. It's just, you make a mistake and you're like screwed. Oh my goodness, folks! This is the 5th of August, 2013. I'm having a good day. Can you tell? Can you? I mean, seriously, dude. Can you tell? Oh my God. What a day. Thank you, folks, for being here. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show. This is the 5th of August, 2013. And, yeah, long day, folks. It's just long morning. Computer issues. Let me, I want to address this first, right? I just want to make this right here. I'm going to put this out. You probably saw it on my Facebook page, but I'm going to put this out here. First of all, computer software geeks, I call you geeks respectfully because I like you, okay? You computer savvy software geniuses, how's that? You like that one better? Okay. You people need to get a freaking clue, okay? You people need to get a freaking clue, all right? Here's the thing. Now, I got Windows. I'm running Windows 7. I've played around with Linux, Ubuntu, and others. I want to tell you geniuses how to make the end user a hell of a lot happier than they are. Okay? And here's this. Listen up. 3 things. Very simple. Let me count them for you. 1, 2, 3. Very simple. And also you computer designers and manufacturers and software people and all this. Okay. Here's number 1. I take my computer, a brand new computer out of the box, plug it in. I hook all the cables up and everything, internet, whole 9 yards. I turn it on. This is typical's Windows 7, right? Typical Windows. Turn it on, blah, blah, blah. Got to do this, to load this up, blah, blah, all that. Yeah, right. Takes like a minute and a half for all that to, happen, right? You're up and running, right? And then, of course, you got to download this. You got to put this, updates and this and that, and all the way. Let me tell you, computer people and software geniuses, to make the end user happy and to make it simple and effective and efficient. If I go to a website to download a file that I want, or any type of anything, anywhere that I got to download, 3 steps. Download, install, open. That's it. Done. Done. Hello. What part of efficient do you not understand? You people are sitting in your offices, in your basements, in somewhere, or I don't know, your dorm room, going, I can do this, and yes, and oh, look, there's 18 million pieces of code in this program that I've got that only does one thing. So why don't you get your head out of your wazoo and reverse engineer it? If I want my product to do this, reverse engineer and go, I should start out doing this. Download, install, open. Real simple. Also, you computer geniuses out there that I'm going to say this. I'm going to take a little time here. I'm going to say this. When I turn on my computer, I should only see 4 things, not all this other preloaded bull crap. Okay, I should see 4 things. Actually 5, but see the screen. It may be gray, it may be blue, it might have the name of the computer or the OS that you're using, whatever. There should be 4 things I should see. I should see a start type button. I should see an internet icon that shows I am plugged into the internet. I should see a sound volume control icon, and I should see a clock. That's all I need. Period. Not one freaking genius out there knows how to do that. None of you people know how to do that. Okay? I'm a little ticked off because why do something complicated? Why do 10 steps to do one thing? It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. So anyway, enough of my rant. I'll be back. Listen to the Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker.com. America Matters. Enthusiastically entertaining, educating, enlightening everyone everywhere, while including a unique mix of all forms of media, including the internet, with continual live streaming available for all their shows. Their website is www.americamatters.us. Listen to America Matters on 101.3 Renegade Radio, krng.streamon.fm, or 99.1 FM Talk Radio, weekends at 99.1fmtalk.com, or 12:30 a.m. at 1230kjfk.com.
What are you doing on Sunday evenings? Well, you ought to be listening to The Unnamed Show with Reverend Wayne S. Pierce and Reverend Laura Smith Clemens. The Unnamed Show, airing every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. The Unnamed Show is the best show on the web.
Hey, folks, this is the Wayne S. Pierce Show right here for the 5th of August, 2013. Welcome all. Welcome. Hey, give you a little preview of what's coming up on the Views Express today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes, give me a little preview. Go to Free America Radio on Facebook. Or go to freeamericaradio.weebly.com. Yes. Anyway. Yeah, I know. I had to wait till the music stops. I know. Go to Free America Radio on Facebook. Free America Radio on Facebook. A little preview of what's coming up on the Views Express today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. From myfoxatlanta.com, Marine Captain Jim Lowe has been told he can't fly both the Marine and U.S. flags. Uh-huh. Now, let's go there. I had to read one of the comments. Oh, it's a video. Well, you might want to go there and check the video out. But let me read the article down below it by Denise Dillon. Just give you a little preview here. A combat veteran is in a battle over a patriotic display outside his home. Former Marine Captain Jim Lowe tells Fox 5 the management at his community is trying to force him to take down either the U.S. flag or his Marine Corps colors. Lowe, a dedicated Marine, Lowe, a dedicated veteran, says he's been flying the U.S. flag along with the Marine Corps colors for more than 2 years. But now, he says his Sun City Community's management is asking him to take one of them down. If he doesn't, He says they've threatened to fine he and his wife $25 a day, as well as other possible legal actions. The community's codes and covenants clearly state that only one flag can be flown per house. Lowe maintains the Marine colors is not a flag. I don't consider it a flag, he says. Most people don't. You talk to a Marine, there are colors. That is the flag. Lowe says he has sent a letter to management asking them to retract the violation notice, but he has not received a reply yet. Fox 5 tried to contact the community's management corps, or company, group, if I can get the word right, but they have not yet responded. Oh, yes. Anybody with an HOA, homeowners association, anybody that lives anywhere near one of those, in one of those, around one of those, has a group that governs one of those, let me tell you something. You people are the stupidest people on the face of the planet. People that live there and people that run the HOA. Why? Because you're freaking communists. I said it. What are you going to do about it? Email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. HOAs are notorious for putting liens on people's homes because they don't follow the rules. Let me tell you something, you little communist bastards of the Homeowners Association. You better shut the hell up. We are free people and we're not going to take your crap anymore. You understand that? That's the bottom line. You don't like it? Email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com. Have your attorneys contact me. I'll shove the Constitution in their face. They don't like it, they can kiss my ass. I'll fight for that Marine. I'll fight for the captain. I'll fight for anybody in those homeowners associations that think they're getting ripped off. Because you are ripping them off. That's just the way it is. Don't like it? Bring it on. freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. There's a video up on Free America Radio that you might want to take a look at. Cop blocking a checkpoint. Oh, let's check this out, shall we? Here's another story from News Talk AM 1130 out of Twin Cities newstalk.com. Federal agents use NSA wiretaps to prosecute Americans. Newser. This comes out of Newser as well. Kate Simmons over as a Newser staff over there as well. Thank you. If you've never heard of the SOD, that's understandable. It's the Special Operations Division, an arm of the DEA that was founded nearly 2 decades ago with an eye on Latin American cartels, and designed to be secretive, so much so its exact Virginia location is under wraps. Why should it be on your radar? Because of this new report by Reuters, which is based on a review of documents. It finds that the division often provides tips used to nab suspected American criminals, then directs authorities to wipe the SOD's information from any subsequent case and instead, quote, recreate the information, unquote, it provided, thereby masking the source of the tip from defendants and other prosecutors and judges. And that, Reuters explains, could violate a defendant's constitutional right to a fair trial because it fouls up pretrial discovery rules. And you can go to Newser, NEWSER.com for the rest of that. Well, isn't that lovely? We have a system that is clandestine. And by the way, did you know that there is a court underneath the rotunda in the White House? In the Capitol? Did you know that? Yeah, did you know that it's the FISA court? Did you know that we have an international criminal court run by the UN? That if you were found innocent of any crime in the United States, guess what? The FISA court, along with, don't know, the UN International Criminal Court, that you can be prosecuted anyway? Go look it up. I'm not just sitting up here telling you all this, folks. I know this stuff. Hey, also, if I'm wrong, that's okay, because I don't know everything. Neither do you. Anyway, a little preview there. And I've got more to share. BearingArms.com has put this up. BearingArms.com. Okay, as soon as the website decides it wants to come up, there it is. Well, it's still little things circling around in the tab. Apparently, this stupid thing doesn't like to work. BearingArms.com. Mayors against illegal guns. Don't shoot someone attacking you with other weapons. Excuse me? Cheyenne Spiegel over there at BearingArms.com said this. Unbelievable. A bad advice train continues this afternoon during our newest edition of Politicians Who Have Never Owned a Firearm. Unquote. That's in quotes. Executive Director of Mayors Against Illegal Guns, Mark Glaze, went to MSNBC for an interview with Chris Matthews. Let's just say his advice raised a few eyebrows. Here's his most questionable response. Mark Glaze said to Chris Matthews, very often somebody will come at you. They might want to have a fist fight. They might come at you with an axe handle. Matthews said, would you consider the guy with the axe handle armed or not? Glaze said, not with a gun. Matthews said, I would consider him armed. And Glaze said, I have a word for him. I grew up in Colorado where my dad was a gun dealer, and a guy who shoots somebody who has anything other than a gun when they could have done something else like talk or fight with their fists. Matthews interrupted and said, how do you talk to a guy with an axe handle? And Glaze went, well, you fight him, you run away, you de-escalate the situation. He's the dumbest person on the face of the planet. Article continues, you fight him? Really? That's a reckless piece of advice that could endanger viewers. We're not condoning the use of a firearm the moment you feel threatened, but if an aggressor is attempting to inflict harm with a blunt item such as an axe handle, you're well within your right to defend yourself by any means necessary. Thank you, Cheyenne. Voice of reason there at BearingArms.com. Chris Matthews and any number of those people on MSNBC are the dumbest people on the face of the planet. Now, somebody might say, well, just because you disagree with them, just because you don't like what they say, doesn't mean they're dumb or stupid. Okay, I'll give you that. But it doesn't stop me from looking at them and showing them the facts, showing them statistics, showing them everything that I have that is straight out of the government and their statistics on gun control and how bad it truly is, and showing how stupid this guy is, this Glaze, whoever, he must have his eyes glazed over or something, because this guy's completely stupid. Well, you want to de-escalate the problem. You want to run away. You just don't want to. Let me say this. I do not condone violence in any manner whatsoever. I do support defense. Always have, always will. That's how my family raised me. Don't go out and be stupid and cause a problem. But if the problem comes to you, you better be damn sure you can take care of it. And defend yourself. A lot of people tell me that it's difficult enough, to just be walking down the street and have somebody try to attack you. I mean, well, then you better learn some karate, huh? Because I saw a video, or part of a headline of a video. I didn't see the video itself, but it's true throughout the country where these people will go try to snatch purses or steal something from someone. Well, this one woman almost had her, I guess, her purse taken from her or something. Well, she knew karate and beat the crap out of the guy. And that's exactly what you need to do. Now, that woman defended herself, and I'm all for that. But for her to just walk up to the guy after, he didn't steal the purse, but to literally in a situation like that where the perpetrator takes the purse from you, women, and you go run him down and kick his ass, yeah. Is that right or wrong? You guys have to decide that. I can't tell you what to decide. But preventiveness is the key to staying alive. Do you not think this is true? I know women who have been abused, been robbed, been mugged. They've gone out, took gun classes, safety classes, karate classes, everything like that, and guess what? I know several women that have only had to use it several times after the initial situation that caused them to go out and get protection. And believe me, you don't want to mess with these women. I know guys did the same thing, got mugged at this and that. Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with somebody because, criminals are stupid. They're dumber than a box of turds. They have no idea what they're doing and have no sense about them. How can you say that? Because just go study criminology. Just look at the statistics. I mean, it's right there in your face. Oh, that's too much work. I don't want to go look at that. Well, then you're going to be dumb. And you're going to be attacked, and you're not going to know what to do about it. I live in an open carry state. I live in Nevada. We can openly carry a weapon as long as the law enforcement can see it from 3 separate positions, front, back, and side. And I listen, and believe it or not, I do listen to the police scanner. And I heard one cop say that, they were going to talk to this guy, whatever, or actually somebody in the neighborhood was kind of a little, freaked out about somebody walking down the street with a gun, holstered, in the holster there on his side. And apparently a few minutes later, I hear the cop call back to dispatch saying it's an open carry issue. And that was it. Done. It wasn't concealed or anything like that. And I know people, somebody told me once they used to live in Montana and they went and bought a handgun, and the person behind the counter said, I suggest you carry this sucker right now. Carry it out in the open. Just carry it. Just do that. So I do not condone violence. If you get attacked, you better find some other way to defend yourself other than using a weapon. By the way, some of the karate and some of the martial arts experts that I know of said your body is a weapon. And if you can't subdue your attacker with your own body somehow, by any means necessary, there's alternatives. But do not use a weapon of any kind. I suggest taking martial arts. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing, folks. You're responsible for you. Okay? You're responsible for you. And if there's somebody around you, a friend, a neighbor, a family member, and you're walking down the street and somebody goes to attack them, you better know what to do to stop that attack. And anybody that says, well, I'll just carry a gun with me and shoot the son of a, well, no, that's the dumbest thing on the face of the planet. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just, I've said this before and I'll say it again, and you can email me if you disagree. freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. Any state that has legislation pertaining to gun control is in direct violation of the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights, period, end of sentence. These legislators better understand that. We're going to carry our weapons. We are going to protect ourselves because we have a God-given right to do so, not a government-given right. So you politicians better get your head out of your ass and understand we the people control you. You don't control us. And you can protect us when you can, and we'll protect you when we can. And as far as I'm concerned, law enforcement better do it right, not be criminals like I see they shooting innocent people. I read 4 or 5 stories just within the last 3 weeks where innocent people have been shot for doing nothing. I hope those officers got fired. I hope they couldn't. I hope they can't get a job as a crossing guard, let alone a freaking security guard at some backwoods mall somewhere. I know I'm a little on fire today, but hey, you know what I mean. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show. Email me at WayneSPierceShow@USA.com. WayneSPierceShow@USA.com. I shall be back right after this. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. That is from 1984 by George Orwell. Do you really want to know what's going on? Come listen to The Views Express, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on the Liberty and Freedom Network.
Samo Radio, playing music for free so you can listen longer. Samo.
It's the 5 o'clock drive with Samo.
Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What's on your mind? Chances are it's on their mind too. Check out Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show. Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Only on Spreaker.com. Hey folks, how you doing? This is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce for the Wayne S. Pierce Show right here on the 5th of August, 2013. I'm glad you joined me. Hey, if I sound a little funny, I'm using a different microphone, and throughout the week I'm going to use various microphones that I have. I want you to tell me how I sound, okay? Right now I'm using an M Audio Producer USB microphone. I want you, no, serious. I want you to tell me how I'm sounding, because everything is changing. The Wayne S. Pierce Show and the Views Express live are combining, and I'm just going to bring both shows together. And more details on that later when I figure out what day and all of that. But anyway, I want you to tell me how I sound. So I'm using an M Audio Producer USB microphone right now. So let me know how I sound there. And you can send all of that. You can go on the Facebook page, The Wayne S. Pierce Show. You can email me through there as well. Or you can email me at WayneSPierceShow@USA.com. WayneSPierceShow@USA.com. And just let me know. Just let me know. I also use a, so just to give you a heads up, I also use a PM20 little two-channel mixer, and I have a Radio Shack microphone hooked up to that, so I've got that, and then I've got a headset that I'm going to use during the week. So I want you to tell me how I sound, okay? There's just, I got an interview coming up that you're gonna hear on Wednesday, and it's probably gonna be about the bottom of the hour, the first hour, I should say, on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. More details as they come, and I will be promoting that more today on the Views Expressed at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow as well. But it's going to be Wednesday at 1:30 in the Pacific time over here on this side of the continent, and it's going to be with Todd Purvis, who is an actor, a writer, an editor. He does a lot. And he's going to be talking about his eye disorder, which you'll hear more about in the interview. But you can go to, he's also in a movie with his brother Justin called Driving Blind. Yes, give you an idea of what kind of eye disorder he has. You can go to, for more information on the film, you can go to drivingblindfilm.com. Check it out. I'll be interviewing him on Wednesday, or you'll hear the interview on Wednesday at 1:30 Pacific time. And, well, onward and upward to this show. If you want to support this show, you can go to the Wayne S. Pierce Show website at thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com. thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com. You can donate. You can buy merchandise if you want to support the show. You can donate and help me get to the next level. I've also applied to, again, the second time, I have applied to iHeartRadio. Some people say, oh, you don't want to be on there. Why? They're owned by Clear Channel, who's, subsidized by, and it goes down the line. But I look at it this way. The more people listen, the better off you are, I would think. I don't know. I kind of like it here at Spreaker myself. I do all my shows from the Spreaker.com platform. That's www.spreaker.com. It's like speaker, but there's an R in there. And great place to go if you want to do talk and all of that. Also, a little heads up for you hosts on Spreaker. BMI, ASCAP, and CSAC are all listening to you playing music that you didn't ask to play. So they are keeping an eye on you. And whether or not you want to sit there and go, screw it, I'm going to do it anyway, you can be fined up to $100,000 per violation. You run 10 songs, you just, that's $1 million. So do you got that kind of money? So I think you better switch your formats and figure something out. There's a lot of unsigned bands out there that need exposure. I'm pretty sure BMI and CSAC and ASCAP don't mind that. They're unsigned, okay? So I would really think about changing your formats. Anyway, you can also catch me on the Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show Friday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, sometimes at 8 p.m. Pacific. You can also catch me on The Unnamed Show with Laura Clemens, Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. You can also, I just want to put this out here for all you voice actors, that if you are wanting to hone your abilities in your voice work, I'm looking for people for a current project I'm writing. So please send your audition clips to Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. You can go to eastlandradiotheater.weebly.com and check all that out as well. I'm working on the page. There's not a whole lot there yet. But please send your clip. As a matter of fact, if you send your audition clip in, I'll probably post it on the website and let other people listen to it. So you can write your own promo for this show or for the Views Express Live or whatever. Whatever you do, I want to hear it. So send it to Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. And we'll go from there. Okay, enough of the promote. Oh, by the way, hold on. I got to play this. Just putting this out here, folks, because, I got to. It's just part of the show, folks. Get your morning started with the Morning Brew on 92.6 The Blitz. Music from the 60s, 70s, and more. The Blitz 92.6. Go to radiorocktheblitz.blogspot.com. There we go, folks. Yes, that's radiorocktheblitz.blogspot.com. Go check it out. That's Tom Slick and 92.6 The Blitz. You can find Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz on Facebook. You can find them at just a whole bunch. It's all over the place. Just check it out. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., I believe. So, check it out. Anywho, folks, I've got to take another break here, so I shall return right after this.
Late Night in the Midlands is an alternative media that covers the truth, theory, and fact that the mainstream media won't talk about. We cover everything from the known and the unknown, the normal and the paranormal, the government lies and the government ties, and even their thrive. We tell what's coming, what's going, whether it be politics or archaeologists. We have an amazing fan base, and our shows are all archived to be heard millions of times more. So tell your friends, your family, and anybody you care about LateNightInTheMidlands.com. Become a member and be informed.
Come listen to Journey into Light with your host, Michael Long. The show is about looking into the afterlife. Where do our souls go from here? What are the true messages from above? Everybody is family, so make a journey into light with Michael Long your home. With the best guests on the show, they share the love with all who call in and those who are in the chat room. That's Journey into Light with Michael Long, Sunday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, on blogtalkradio.com/Journey into the Light. Eastland Sci-Fi Radio Theater is looking for you. Are you a voice actor looking to hone your abilities? Are you a writer looking for actors? Then Eastland Sci-Fi Radio Theater is for you. If you are a voice actor or a writer of sci-fi themed radio plays, send your information to Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. For more information, go to eastlandradiofilms.wix.com/EastlandFilms for more information. If you are a voice actor, send your audition clips to Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. Hey, welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show right here. Appreciate that very much for you dropping by, saying hi. Email me, Wayne S. Pierce Show at USA.com. Wayne S. Pierce Show at USA.com. I'm pretty sure there's more you want to say to me, and if you disagree with me, that's fine. Hey, disagree with me all you want. You know why? Because I don't know everything, and neither do you. So there you go. So how are we doing today? We doing good. Are you doing... I mean, this is Monday. Come on. This is Monday. You've got to have something positive to say about Monday, don't you? Don't you? I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. It's Monday. You woke up. Good enough. Hey, we're going to be a little preview today of what's going to be on the Views Expressed later on today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to Free America Radio on Facebook. Scroll on down. You'll see Official Tea Party USA. As an article, click on that article. It says Obamonomics. 40% of make less than what a full-time minimum wage worker made in 1968. Isn't that wonderful? Michael Snyder wrote this, the Economic Collapse blog. Are American workers paid enough? That is a topic that is endlessly debated all across this land of ours. Unfortunately, what pretty much everyone can agree on is that American workers are not making as much as they used to after you account for inflation. Back in 1968, the minimum wage in the United States was $1.60 an hour. That sounds very small, but after you account for inflation, a very different picture emerges. Using the inflation calculator that the Bureau of Labor Statistics provides, $1.60 in 1968 is equivalent to $10.74 today. And of course, the official government inflation numbers have been heavily manipulated to make inflation look much lower than it actually is. So the number for today should actually be substantially higher than $10.74. But for purposes of this article, we will use $10.74. If you were to work a full-time job at $10.74 an hour for a full year with 2 weeks off for vacation, you would make about $21,480 for the year. That isn't a lot of money, but according to the Social Security Administration, 40.28% of all workers make less than $20,000 a year in America today. So that means that more than 40% of all U.S. workers actually make less than what a full-time minimum wage worker made back in 1968. This is how far we have fallen. The other day, Michael Snyder wrote, I wrote an article which discussed the transition that we are witnessing in our economy right now. Good-paying full-time jobs are disappearing, and they are being replaced by low-paying part-time jobs. So far this year, 76.7% of the jobs have been created in the U.S. economy have been part-time jobs. That would be depressing enough, but what makes it worse is that wages for many of these low-paying jobs are actually been declining over the past decade, even as the cost of living keeps going up. The following is from a recent USA Today article. In the years between 2002 and 2012, real median wages dropped at least 5% of the top 10 low-wage jobs, including food preparers and housekeepers. So where have the good jobs gone? Well, there are three long-term trends that are absolutely crushing American workers right now. And we'll talk about that on the Views Express today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes, So come join me. Join me in the chat room on the Spreaker side of things. Free America Radio on Facebook. From an article that A Sheep No More put up. Are Americans practicing communism? Read the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto to discover the truth and learn how to know your enemy. Karl Marx describes in his Communist Manifesto the 10 steps necessary to destroy a free enterprise system and replace it with a system of omnipotent government power so as to effect a communist socialist state. Those 10 steps are known as 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto. The following brief presents the original 10 planks within the Communist Manifesto written by Karl Marx in 1848, along with the American adopted counterpart for each of the planks. From comparison, it's clear most Americans have, by myths, fraud, and deception under the color of law by their own politicians in both Republican and Democratic parties, been transformed into communists. Another thing to remember, Karl Marx, in creating the Communist Manifesto, designed these planks as a test to determine whether a society has become communist or not. If they are all in effect and in force, then the people are practicing communists. Okay? So I'll get into that more on the Views Expressed today as well. But Nikita Khrushchev, 1894 to 1971, he says, quote, "We can't expect the American people to jump from capitalism to communism, but we can assist in their elected leaders in giving them small doses of socialism until they awaken. They have communism." You're not going to like me at 4 o'clock. Also, federaljack.com said this. Let me close the tab here. They said this. Popeye over at federaljack.com says, "Welcome to Fort Chaffee, the mock American town set up for domestic urban warfare training." Editor's note. I want to preface this article by giving a very special thanks to brave individuals who obtained exclusive photographs of the facility, leaking the initial report to our agency. Fort Chaffee, Arkansas, Carness Village is what the Army National Guard calls it, a mock American town which even contains dummy citizens for domestic training purposes. Located on the grounds of Fort Chaffee Maneuver Training Center, the massive training compound is likely a dead ringer clue foreshadowing the grim path we are now traversing as a nation. No longer are we free. Big Brother lurks around every corner, further pushing the populace into submission. In fact, it's now widely accepted that cameras are everywhere, watching every facet of our lives, tracking us in real time. We also notice the massive police state presence that has been ramping up. Free humans are not even allowed to photograph or film in public anymore in some cases. Whatever happened to the concept of photography or journalism? Avenues that are being blocked by the globalists now on all levels. More about that on the Views Expressed today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Let me just point something out to you people out there. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to make this very, very blunt. So, hope you're not afraid to get white-knuckled in your chair, because I'm going to tell you this. We're not a United States of America anymore. We're the North American Union. Go look it up. We've been that way since 2005, when George W. Bush signed with Vicente Fox and Paul Martin of Canada a document, the IPP document, International Partnership and Prosperity, or International Prosperity and Partnership, one of those two. And he signed it at Baylor University in 2005 in Texas, creating on paper a North American Union in words. President Obama in 2009 signed a similar document with Felipe Calderon of Mexico and also Stephen Harper from Canada, creating the infrastructure. In other words, getting all the tools together, military, UN, Agenda 21, you name it, they were putting it all together at that time. Now, we are no longer a United States of America, even though we, the people, want the Constitution and the freedoms afforded to us by God. This is what we want, period, end of sentence. But the establishment wants something else. They want a new world order, evil empire, you name it, that's what they want. Why? It's called control. They want slaves. By the way, if you look at information pertaining to micro apartments, you will see that in New York, St. Louis, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Miami, Florida, San Francisco, California, and I believe now in Los Angeles, California, their companies are now making these micro apartments, 250 to 300 square feet apartments that you're going to have to live in because the Agenda 21 plan is to pull everybody outside of the city into the city and put them into these buildings. There have been artist concepts that I've seen of buildings that are multiple stories, like 10, 12, 14, 20, 30, 40 story high buildings that have on certain floors, they have gardens that you can grow. They have, all of that. They have life support. They have water. And it's all indoor fountains. It's all self-contained. And I've seen information as well as recycling the sewer water through filters so that it'll go back through the buildings to come out of your tap. Okay, so I mean, this is happening before our eyes, and you people just ain't getting it yet. Okay, there's going to be, it's not going to affect me. Well, neither did the Northridge earthquake in 1989. Didn't affect me in Stockton, but a friend of mine at a church he was working at was doing some roofing. He came down and he saw the fountain out in front of the church rocking and back and forth, and there was only a foot of water in that thing, but it was coming out like 3 foot at a time. He's like, yeah, there was something going on. Let me tell you people something. Get your head out of the sand. I can come on here every day and tell you and try to guide you in areas where you need to look at, and the facts are going to stare you in the face. But I can't twist your arm to do that. You're going to have to do that. I can't change your mind. Your mind, you're going to have to decide what is right for you. And if you're going to look at this stuff and the military and the surveillance and, checkpoints all over the place and go, well, it's not going to affect me because I have nothing to hide. Really? Who cares? They track you by your cell phone. Okay? I got mine. I just picked mine up. It's in my hand. They track you with the cell phone. Okay? Period. Done. I don't know why you people can't understand this. Wait. I do know why. You don't want to understand it. You don't want to come outside of your cookie cutter world of delusion and play in the big yard with the big people. It comes down to this, folks. You either are going to have to believe, you're either going to have to see the truth, see the facts, or you can close your door, turn up the TV, and listen to your bull crap on TV and just think everything's fine. And it's not. Folks, go read 1984 by George Orwell. By the way, George Orwell, it's a pen name for Eric Blair, who worked for the British and U.S. intelligence. And other intelligence as well. I think Soviet Union of that time. So, if you think that I'm wrong, prove it. I'm done with stupid people. I've said it on past programs. I'm done with stupid people. You're either going to have to prove it or you can go away now. I'm not going to lower my level of intelligence down to your level of ignorance. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to figure it out on your own. I'm not going to give you the silver platter answer that you're looking for. You're going to have to open a book. You're going to have to go to the websites. You're going to have to go out into the streets and see it for yourself. And if you don't want to see it, and you just, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to see it, keep your blinders on. But don't be too surprised when a militarized law enforcement officer walks up to you, grabs you, throws you in a van, and takes you to a FEMA camp near you. So, there you go. There you go. I'm done, folks. I'm done with stupid people. Either you wake up or you don't. It's one or the other. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 - 1 = 0. Which one do you want? You want to wake up and be able to survive and be able to go about your day and defend yourself and defend your freedoms, or are you just going to sit around on your ass, watch ESPN all day and eat popcorn? Hey, look outside the window. Hey, look, there's militarized law enforcement. Hey, honey, pass me the popcorn, will you? I want to watch this program. This is kind of cool. Look, they're pulling the neighbors out of the house across the street. They're putting them in a van. What's that say? Oh, it says Department of Homeland Security. Homeland Security Police. Yeah, they're hauling them. What do you do? Nothing? Hey, this is pretty cool. You're a bunch of freaking idiots. You want to keep doing that. I'm going to go away now. I'm going to stop ranting. You can have at least some sanity for the next 2 hours, because I'm going to be back on the Views Expressed live, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker.com or at freeamericaradio.weebly.com. Talk to you then.